Good morning, my dear students. I'm your social teacher of Class 4. Today, we are going to see an interesting lesson, that is Unit 5, Lesson 14, our industries. This lesson will be very interesting. While learning, we can learn more about this. Now, we can move to the lesson. Students, in this part 1 video, we are going to learn about industry, facts needed for industry. In that, we are having 5 topics, that is raw material, machinery, labor, power supply and transport. And the next topic is types of industry. In that, we have 3 types: agro-based industry, mineral-based industry, forest-based industry. Up to this, we are going to learn in this part 1 video. Okay, now we can move to the topics. First one is industry. Okay, students, tell me, what do you mean by industry? What is the use of that industry? Have you ever seen an industry anywhere? Yeah, this is the question. The answer is, whatever the things we are using, everything came from industry. Okay, starting from first. After wake up, we are brushing our teeth. The brush came from industry. The paste came from industry. Tea, coffee, coconut oil, powder, talcum powder, soap, shampoos, dress, everything, all these things came from industry. So, an industry is a place where raw materials are converted into finished goods. What do you mean by raw material? The thing is going to prepare, the basic thing is called raw material. If you can't understand, again I can say, the basic materials needed to manufacture any product are called raw material. For example, we are having coconut oil. How this coconut oil came? What is the basic raw material for this coconut oil? Coconut is the basic raw material. We are wearing dress, isn't it? So what is the basic raw material for the cloth? Cotton balls, isn't it? Cotton ball is a raw material. Like tea. What is the basic raw material for preparing tea? Tea leaves. Coffee beans is a basic raw material for preparing coffee. What is the basic raw material for preparing red chilli powder? You all know, isn't it? Red chilli is the basic raw material. Now, can you understand what do you mean by raw material, students? Now, we can move to the lesson. So, industry play a vital role in the growth and development of a nation. A very big responsibility for the nation is industry. Based on the industry, the nation will grow and we can calculate the growth of that nation. The progress of a country depends on a great extent on the growth of industry. Industry is the place where raw materials are converted into useful finished goods. The basic material needed to manufacture any product are called raw material. Students, I already taught you about the raw material, isn't it? Agriculture products like cotton and sugarcane are used in textile and sugar industry. Minerals like iron, bauxite, limestone and coal are used as raw material in the industries that produce steel. Anything big or small that we use have been made in a factory. These are places where people work with hands or machines to make different objects from various raw materials. Food products, paper, pencils, bags, cloths, utensils, tools, aeroplanes, trains, everything was made by using raw material in factories. Factories turn these raw materials into finished products that can be used. Industry can be defined as the process of collecting raw materials, making them into goods, and distributing them to the users. Can you understand? They are collecting all the raw materials from the farmers in the field, then they are sending that raw material to the industries. There they are doing some process, and at last it will come in a packed manner, isn't it? Can you understand? For example, a farmer is having a sugarcane field. He can't prepare a sugar, isn't it? So he need to send all the sugar canes to the factories. There they will do some process. At last the sugar will come in a packed manner. It's called factory or industry. Depending upon the size of an industry, the kind of machines used in it, and the number of people working. Okay students, now you all know what do you mean by industry. Now we can move to the second topic, factors needed for industry. To run a factory, we need 5 basic things, isn't it? So here we have 5 points. The first point is raw material. You all know what do you mean by raw material. Raw materials are the basic things used in making a products. Most industries are located near the source of their raw materials. This helps in getting the best quality of raw materials and saves on the transport costs. Students, understood? So, the basic thing that we need to prepare a product is called a raw material. This we all know, isn't it? So, where we can construct an industry? Here, for example, in Edistar area, we have sugarcane field. Okay, so we plan to construct an industry in Madurai. Whether it is possible? No, it is not possible, isn't it? So, what they gave is, near the raw material side, if we construct an industry, that will be very best for the transport, and we can collect the quality of a raw material, best quality of raw material. So, we need to construct an industry where we can get the raw material around us. So, the second topic is machinery. Industries require different types of machines to convert raw material into finished products. After raw material, we need a very important thing, machinery, to run a factory. And the next topic is labor. You all know what do you mean by labor, which is manpower. Industries require people who can take care of different stages of a product, making like things, planning, designing, and making the actual product. We need. So the third one is Labor. We need labor to run a factory, to run a machine, to clean the places. If the machine is repaired, we need to repair that machines, isn't it? So, labor is very important. And the third topic is power supply. Industries are located where there is continuous power supply to run the machines. This power can be generated in a power plant through coal or water or in a nuclear power plant. Anyhow, we need a power to run a machine, isn't it? If there is no power, we can't run a machine. The next topic is transport. Transport is very important to carry raw material to factories and take the finished goods to the market. So, after completing all these works, it is there in the godown. So, how we can take that things, products to the market through transport. Okay, we can play a game. If 5 is there, if 1 is missing, we can't run a factory, isn't it? If, for example, the first topic is a raw material. If raw material is not there, we are having machine, labor, power supply and a transport. Whether we can run a machine? Whether we can run a factory? No, we can't, isn't it? For example, raw material is there, labor is there, power supply, transport is there, and there is no machine. Whether we can run a industry? No, we can't. Okay, the third one. Raw material we are having, machinery, power supply, transport is there. But there is no labor. Whether we can run a factory? We can't, isn't it? So if power supply is not there, we are having all these things, raw material, machinery, everything is there. If power supply is not there, we can't run a machine. If we can't run a machine, we can't get that finished product, isn't it? So all these things are there. So raw material, machinery, labor, power supply, everything is there, and we completed our work and all our things are there in the godown. How we can send this things to the market? Through transport. If transport is not there, it can't reach the market, isn't it? So all this 5 we need to run a factory. And the third topic is types of industries. We have so many types of industries, that is iron and steel industry, sugar industry, textile industry, electric industry, locomotives. What do you mean by locomotives? Making railway coaches and aeroplanes. It's called locomotives. So we have so many industries. In this chapter, we are going to discuss only about the 3 industry, that is agro-based industry, mineral-based industry and forest-based industry. What do you mean by agro-based industry? They use agriculture products as their raw material. For example, textile industries, food products industries, these are agro-based industries. All the things what we are eating came from agriculture, plants, isn't it? That is called agro-based industries. The next topic is mineral-based industries. They use minerals as their raw materials. For example, iron and steel industry uses iron ore as raw material, and oil refinery use petroleum as a raw material. It's called mineral-based industries. And the third topic is forest-based industries. They use forest product as their raw material. For example, shipbuilding industries uses teak as a raw material, and paper is made out of a pulp. Okay, these are forest-based industries. Students, I think you all understood about the industry. Okay, students,